Good morning, Dallo. How are you? I'm trying to get a errant mosquito that's flying around and buzzing me. He's buzzing the tower. There he is. Oh, missed him. Couldn't reach high enough. Have to wait for him to come lower. Thomas Ogden, good morning. Yeah, don't worry, Thomas Ogden is sitting there. He'd rather type than say hello. Say hello, Oggy.
Good morning. I just saying hello, Wazites. You're out of focus.
Wazites, yeah, Wazites, yes. Okay, Mr. Mitz, good morning. How are you? I'm still trying to check out where this bloody mosquito is. He's been buzzing me for the last half hour. I just keep on missing him. Where's he gone to now?
Is he a dengue special?
I don't know. No, I don't really get much dengue fever up this here area, but you never know. Unfortunately, they just buzz around you and just bother you. That's all. Okay, so we've just been talking to Oggy. It's a friend of mine, Seeker. He's been streaming to Twitch and to Facebook at the same time. And I just noted, I asked how he's doing it, and there's a Streamlabs actually allows the feature now. So we could be looking at next week streaming to YouTube and Facebook at the same time. Not quite sure how that one. That one mosquito. Yeah, there it is. One mosquito. Yes, the mosquitoes. Yes, so we might be looking at doing that next week. We'll just stream to both platforms. I'll do some testing throughout the week. And I cannot see that freaking. As soon as I put this, I'm sure that they know what this thing looks like. I don't know how, because when they either die, how they recognise what the swatter looks like. I don't know. You get the swatter out and they fly away, and then when you put it down, then they fly back again. What is that? I don't know. Yeah, so we might, this week I'm going to do some testing between Twitch and Facebook to sort of see, with the gaming stuff, and see how that goes with the dual streaming. And if that's successful, then it's just a matter of just swapping things around and doing a few little tweaks here and there. And I have got an overlay done already, so if I'm doing my live gaming, that's my overlay for the live gaming. But I'm going to make sure that I can actually pull in comments from both sources to make sure that all works. But anyway, Stephen Monash, good morning. You having trouble getting on the voice, or what? Niall, good morning. How are you? And Robert Casper as well. How's things going? Anyway, so we're off and running. Let's get the show on the road. Let's do our review part. Well, see, there's that mosquito again. Oh, so I picked the thing up, but he flies away. What is? Oh, great. Hold on a second. I need to authenticate something. I didn't even check that, did I? I should have checked that earlier. I'll wait for it to cycle through. Give me the next number. 702 468. Authenticate. There we go. Okay. Oh, if you're not familiar with dual, what they call dual authentication, it's definitely something I'd always recommend for people. I'm using, for streaming here to YouTube, I'm using Streamlabs. So Streamlabs has a whole bunch of overlays, like the thing on the side here, and and the chat feed and things like that. Although I don't think OBS does this side chat, the live chat on the screen. That's only something that Streamlabs can do. But that aside, Streamlabs is pretty much the standard go-to product. But when I've been doing my Twitch streaming, I'm just using a standard OBS because it's not as big a thing. OBS, well, the green screen, right, is part of the. We're going to do, yeah. So if I go here, let me go and get my webcam, right, and properties. So it was filters. It's actually part of the filtering system. So there you have, I'm using a blue screen. If I actually go to a green screen, you'll see the blue backdrop on the screen. But I'm using a blue thing, and look, that's not, I've just got multiple light sources, and Streamlabs is pretty good for this sort of thing here. So as soon as I do that, it makes that black, and that's now the chroma key lockout, and it'll go off screen again. So there we go, it's invisible. Yeah, so yeah, it's part of Streamlabs. OBS has it as well. And they both, I think that's part of the built-in engine. See, Streamlabs uses OBS as the core engine, but OBS being a sort of a open source platform allows other people to sort of make modifications to it. There's a couple of other people who use the OBS software as well, but OBS is the project. That's OBS as an open broadcast system. And Streamlabs is probably the most universal one that everybody uses. And what's this new feature there? Oh, that's right, new feature. That's the streaming to two platforms at once, or streaming to your normal platform plus Facebook at the same time. Smash that layer, smash the like button, guys. Anyway, cool asking because I use StreamYard and they only recently installed a green screen background. But it's not the best. Yeah, sort of again, I use my editing software. The Wondershare Filmora, I don't get anywhere near the same sort of what they call green screen, chroma key removal process as I do on the Streamlabs. Streamlabs really have OBS really has a very precise what they call differencing pattern, everything else. That's why I'm always wearing blues or reds or something like that. Otherwise, if I was to wear greens and browns and reds and things like that. But if I was using, say, if I was wearing my blue jeans, okay, it's not really the same. It's not the same sort of blue, but you know what I mean. There you go. Everything falls on the ground. But yeah, so. I just never liked green. Plus, that came with the kit. And that's the thing. So the backdrop, I bought this really expensive, was a studio, hanger thing and everything else. And I've got it stuck over the back of this, what do you call it, the room partitions. It's quite bizarre. All I wanted really was a sheet, but I suppose when we get our new house, I'll make something really pretty and get all the creases out, and then it'll work better in sort of something like Filmora. But again, Andy Stubbs, how are you? It doesn't work with Mac. Well, let's have a quick look at that. Well, before it's stream. I'm pretty sure Streamlabs does work with Macintosh. Let me have a look. Platforms. No, let's. I'm sure there was a Macintosh version for it. I thought they did a Macintosh version. No, I don't want to watch that. Yeah, it's free, but you can get extra bits and pieces. Prime, yeah, so it plugs in with Prime. If you get this, the Amazon Prime, you get a whole bunch of extra features. For some reason, I thought there was a Macintosh version, but because it's detecting my PC. Oh, okay, here we go. So what's that? 9 months ago. They are working on it. I'm guessing they're working on a Macintosh version. Unfortunately, we don't have an ETA when it'll be out. Yes, yeah. Again, that's one of those things with Macintosh, I guess. Um, I'm not a big Mac fan.
I'm a Mac hater.
Oh, it's not. Look, I just had issues with Macs in the '90s, and it's never been sort of. I just believe, like I said, what's the most recent one that I've been sort of dancing around? They brought out their new 26-inch monitor or something like that. You're paying $4,000 US for the monitor, and that's another $1,000 for the stand. What makes it so good to you want to spend $5,000 on a Macintosh monitor? There's plenty of other third-party monitors on the like my Samsung's a damn, as far as I'm concerned, is a damn better monitor than the Macintosh monitor. Curved screen and everything else. It was I think I paid 7,000 baht, whatever that was. Which is 7,000 baht.
But it's got the Apple name on it.
Well, apart from the fact that it's got an Apple name on it, yeah. Just it's what's 7,000 baht? Currency. Oh, we had a bit of a lift on the Aussie dollar. We actually almost pipped 21 cents last week, or last Monday, it looks like it. What was that? No, Wednesday. What day was that? I'm getting sidetracked, aren't I? So that was, doesn't give me a date. Doesn't Oh, that was 23rd. 23rd. So when was the 23rd? That was, it's the 25th today, isn't it? Yeah. So that was Thursday. Okay. Yeah. What was it? 7,500. I think it was 7,500 baht. Yeah, $359 for a 32-inch curved screen Samsung. Why would I spend 5,000? Anybody in their right mind spending $5,000 on a freaking Macintosh monitor? I just think that they need to get a new life. Because it's ridiculous. Anyway, I don't want to sort of bag them out. Like I said, I have Apple shares. I have Apple shares. It's all right. Let the Apple fucking users buy all the Apple gear that's fucking overpriced because it helps my fucking share portfolio. But you will never catch me buying one. Anyway, so yes, sorry about that, Niall. I guess that they're not stream mum's OBS. You can also do pre-recording, yeah, but live streaming you need to have a plug-in for your camera, and yeah, it's an unfortunate thing. You're stuck in that little loop there until they come out with something. 12 days before your next trip, Andy, is it? How long are you here for? So that's what's coming up. That's if you're here for 4 weeks, you might be able to come in on plug into the what do you call it, the meetup that Johnny Siam and the others are organising for the 27th of February. If you're still around, it's going to be a big party night. Yeah. Apple product. Well, don't worry, Samsung's going the same way as well. I think the Samsung phones in the top end range, they're just overpriced as well. This phone here, this Realme phone that I've got, which is invisible because it's blue background, it was 11,000 baht, and it does everything the Samsung freaking 11 or what the latest Samsung does. It does all that stuff. It's got a better camera. And it doesn't have all the bloatware that comes with a Samsung. Why people are so stuck on Samsung has got me as well. But anyway,
I think it's the same thing as Apple. It's a name.
That's you're paying for a name now, and they've distanced themselves from the general buying public. Which anyway, I'm not going to. Look, as I said, I don't have. Does my portfolio have Samsung? I don't think I have got Samsung shares in my portfolio, but I could have. I got one of my baskets of funds might be shoved into one of my tech baskets. I can't remember. But yes, anyway, I'm going to get on to doing this, doing the roundup. Yeah, I put myself over in the other corner now because, when I look like that, it looks like I'm looking at the screen now, rather than looking off to the distance. Where are we? Let's just get that thing positioned a little bit better. Okay, let's do the roundup. Yeah, so I've been slack this week. I got four videos in the can. I haven't done a damn thing. But we did a live stream from Jack's Bar on Monday night with Tim. So it's our Thai journey, Tim, and with Robert Mac. Rob from Hua Hin. He was up in Bangkok for the day, so we sat there and had a chat while we had focused the camera on the. Well, let me just quickly go there. Oh, bloody ads!
Are vegans?
Oh, really? You're going to make me do another ad? Come on. Why is it not freaking skipping? Give me a skip option. There we go. Yeah, so I set the camera up and just focused on the river, and we watched the boats going up and down, which I thought was fun. There was a couple of we did a couple of cuts across the night, but it was just a lovely evening, just drinking lots and lots of beer. Oh, really? Why are they putting? I'm going to just turn off the non-skippable ads function. That's quite annoying. Watching these bloody hours. You got to go for 4 minutes and 13 seconds on that frickin' ad. Really? Anyway, I think I did a shot of the table somewhere, how many beers we'd actually drunk for that night. Anyway, enough of that. Let's just get back to the subscriptions page. I'm going to have to close that and bring it back up again. Hold on. Yeah, Jack's Bar. It's quite local to most of the places. It's on the river there. It's quite a good place to hang out, actually. Anyway, so that was Colin. Yeah, now Colin did an interesting video. He's having fun with his 360 camera. He's done a couple of these now, and I thought that was like just wandering along the Death Railway. Look, I'm sure he won't mind me sort of doing that. But yes, here's him walking, I think. But you can really get an idea of what it's like there. Looking down. There's Colin with his hat. The Yamaha. What's the hat say? Yamaha. Good advertisement for Yamaha there. Yeah, but it really gives you a great feeling of walking that railway. Anyway, all good luck to him. Check it out. Don't forget to check the video out. Thai with Sarah. Did I end up, Stephen, did I end up Malmark? No, well, not really, because we were drinking it with the ice and everything else. But I think Tim was coming out on the Tuesday night with us as well for our little Tuesday night sabbatical that we do every 2 weeks. And he messaged me Tuesday morning and said he's not up for another night of the same trip. But some people couldn't deal with it. Okay, so what's Sarah up to? Videos. She did the video at the salon with Sarah. I look over and got my version of that one out. Accidentally live, funny stuff. And a couple of live streams. She's doing a lot more live streams. She's really sort of trying to hammer the Charles. She's trying to get the hours up so she can get the AdSense turned on. I think she's got about 800 hours to go. So go and support my friend Sarah and go and watch a couple of these videos just to bump those hours up for her. Maggie's journey. Excuse me. Again, she's still got a boyfriend over here, still having a lot of fun. Don't forget her Sunday night live streams if you're around for Sunday night. Brian's Thailand, building in Thailand Part 10 with Brian's Thailand. So there's a couple of more videos for his building stuff. Still be there in March, Andy. What's it, Andy? So Jack's Buffy, going to Malaysia and Borneo first. Yeah, I know about the meetup. Okay, cool. Looking forward to sort of having you hang out with us. Fi needs to. We're going to do just translate that page. That's popular uploads anyway. Translate the page. Come on. Let's talk together. So looks like a live stream. Income of something or other digits. 1,000 baht. Everyone falls. Not quite sure what she's talking about there. Today we'll give away shirts. Anyway, a lot of stuff. I might actually take her off the list. It's always in Thai, and probably you guys don't watch that stuff, and I haven't watched her channel for about a month or so anyway. No time to be sad. Chuck's been busy. Well, he's always busy. Thailand, when he wants to start smell-o-vision. Need a break going alone. Looks like he took a day or two away from his loved one. Growing up, there's no grown-ups here. Thai life and downtime live stream. What do we got? It's fun for Emily. What's he got happening around? Is he back in Vietnam? Okay, looks like he's back here to do a birthday for his kid. Spent New Year in Thailand. Direction Bangkok. Right and Wrong in Thailand. Sifar restaurant, great food, great prices. How to vlog with people around you. Yeah, so if you have a couple of interesting videos there. Hopefully he does come out and join us on our little bounce around. He says he's a bit shy. I don't know what. It doesn't come across as all that shy. Joe, what's he up to? He's bouncing around Thailand again. He looks like he's got his driver's license. Visit Hua Hin with his mates. Yeah, I think we did that last week. Thailand road trip. Pitsanalok, Saparuan Resort Elephant Sanctuary. So what I saw is we got uploads here. Thai ancient snack, Street Delicious. I see these things on the streets. I've never tried them. I don't know why. They just don't look all that appetizing. There's something that's wrapped in a banana leaf. Maybe one day I'll give them a try. She's screwing her face up about it. I don't know if they really are that good. Thai girl gift. Walk around the centre of Bangkok and a visit to Chatuchak Park and Market. That must have been last week. David Daly. Buy Panda a beer, that's right. Think of extending, are you? That's good. David Daly, again, that was a soy cowboy there, but King Rock Boutique, I'm not quite sure what that one is. Whether it's in, because he's bouncing between Vietnam and Thailand when he does these videos. It's hard to keep track of where their videos are, or if they're even relatively sort of close to, or they're all packaged up. Anyway, Niall, green screen test. So how'd the test go, Niall? What was he doing? Oh, it looks like he got it working. I'm pretty sure he's not on the beach there. That didn't come out too bad. He's obviously the camera he's using is a bit fuzzy as well. Again, so this camera that I'm using, it's a Logitech. It's 1080p, but that's a wide angle version. and I don't have a wide enough thing, so I actually have to use a zoom in as well. So this makes me a little bit on the fuzzy side. Maybe that's what's happening there with the Nile as well. And looks like I'm guessing he's doing that directly on the stream. So looking, he's using the stream with the StreamYard stuff. Is that right? So that was the green screen on StreamYard, was it? Anyway, Jocko. Okay, Chiang Mai nightlife from the new Carnival Bar to the old Cherry Bar. Okay, looks like he's doing a bit of a pub crawl up there. Bangkok travel, coffee shop chat. He's not back into Thailand at the moment, so we'll just skip over that at the moment. Ian Welldale, images from Chang Sian and the Mekong River. Ian Black uploads. What Prayat Doi Chiang Mai, Thailand. There's another video out that he's got from when he was over here last time. I believe Ian's coming back in about a month. He's got it on the cars to get back out here as soon as he can. So we'll get some more news of StreamYard. Thinking about switching to Streamlabs myself. Yeah, okay. So, but of course that requires a different PC. And look, again, so I didn't even think StreamYard actually had a green screen. I was looking when I was joined in with Stephen's live chat last Sunday. I was looking for an option to go for the use the backdrop and all that sort of stuff, but it wasn't there, so I couldn't do it. Jorgen, just check in to say hi. Type of 4 here. I'm guessing. What, there's a temperature 4 degrees over there. Bloody too cold for anybody. There we go. It's a lifestyle of Thai. Is that the next one there? Sort of uploads. Looks like she's doing some calisthenics as well, trying to sort of bump those views up with girls in leotards. Big Fat Bestie. Is he still over here? I think he's just gone home, isn't he? We didn't get to catch up with him this time around. The big fat story so far. For 4 mornings and 1 degree. Okay, 1 degree morning for 4 in a row. Okay. Sounds too cold for anybody. But anyway, amazing Chiang Mai. So he's got himself a new one of these traditional Buddhist tattoos with the original stone, with the what they call with the stick tattooing method that they use. I believe it takes a hell of a long time to do that. If I was going to get one of those tattoos, I'd just use an audible gun. I just couldn't sit still for that long. Taking like a tattoo will take an hour to an hour and a half most of the time. I think they take 4 times as long to do those tattoos. Uploads, she's doing it again. What's the girls in their yoga? Half their luck. What's the other 1 week ago? Live stream repair rice fields. Live Travel Asia. Trying J-Far after the Netflix hype. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that's about. But he's still got a whole bunch of stuff coming out of Bangkok there, so I'm pretty sure he's left for Korea, or now South Korea already, but maybe there's just stuff he's got saved after a while. Our Thai journey, Bang Pai Nay Cafe and Ricefield Cafe. That's interesting. Anyway, so he looks at more trips around Thailand there. Talkback Thailand. He's got his okay. Talkback Thailand. Nothing scheduled for today. Maybe just hasn't got him up today. I'm guessing there's nothing in the scheduled list, so it looks like there might not be something this afternoon, but stick around, you might find something. Andy Wright Truffle, propositions by two ladyboys. I wonder what that's about. Yeah, okay. Robert Mack in Asia, back in Vietnam again there. I'm guessing that was a live stream. In Nick, Nick's got himself involved in a second clubhouse down, the second pub down in Pattaya. Looks like he's going to have double trouble now, looking after two sets of bar girls. Oh my God. I do hope to get that. He's got his opening, so I think he takes over, I think, first week in February, and he's going to close the new bar down. Yes, it's called the PJ DJ Bar and Guest House. So he's going to shut it down for about a week while he does some renos, and then he's going to have an opening party. I do hope to get down for that one. It'd be nice to catch up with Nick. But again, it's just one of those sort of things that if I go down, I still got to work out how to get in without having to go through all the bullshit TM30 bullshit. I'm pretty sure there's places that'll take me in for the night without having to get all fucked up with it. It's not that it's a problem, it's the fact that it's a problem when I get back. If they do a TM30 down there, then of course PA's got to run off to the immigration and do the TM30 back here. Which is a pain for Pa, not so much for me. Yeah, Sakyant Tatu, I don't know if I'm saying that properly. So Pat Thai, good afternoon to you, darling. How are you? 27 degrees in Melbourne. It's about the same sort of temperatures we got here, I think. What's our temperature here? Right now, what do we got? It's 10:30 in the morning, and we've got a temperature of, well, actually we've got 30, partly cloudy and 30. What's our pollution right now? Where did I put the pollution one?
Stephen, it just doesn't have the same effect in text.
Oh, he's in the wrong channel. God, come on, Stephen, just get your act together. Come on, Stephen, get your act together. Can you speak? Hello, Stephen.
TM30 song. TM30.
It just hasn't got the same effect. Yeah, exactly. What about our pollution, air visual? What do we got today? It's all right, Stephen. I've moved you into the right channel now, so just check your audio. You might have to shut down your browsing, come back in first into the stream, then click on the other things. Okay, we already got 74 at the moment in non-chem. Bangkok's got 71. Phuket's 33. Nakhon Ratchasima has got 114. Chiang Mai's 112. And we've got a moderate 70 in Pattaya. What's Ventura Sky sort of telling us? I guess we've got a bit of what's our wind speed doing? I'm guessing we've got some pretty good. Oh, that's probably why the pollution. That's we've got a Gulf Stream coming in 18 kilometres an hour, so it's blown all the pollution up north. That's what's happened. That's looking pretty good. Anyway, getting back to everything else. Yes, that foreign bloke, different view of Ban Swan. What else we got? 20 seconds in Thailand. He's done an update on Kev there. Just giving you a bit of roundup, which is we covered off last week with the Kev situation. We all heartfelt feelings go out to Kev, but let's hope he gets a good ascension. He doesn't go to the other place. He's a good bloke. I'm pretty sure he'll go up. He won't be going down. Anyway, Do More Life, a novel that the novel contravirus phenomena here. Now, look, I was doing some research on this. A lot of hype about this virus. I think we've had 4 deaths and so many. You know how many people died of the influenza virus globally last year? It's something the best I could make out. It's very hard to actually collect the data. You've got to do it from different regions. but there was 4,000 odd people died from influenza globally last year, and cases of cases in the upwards of million cases, right, of hospitalisation, right, globally. What's so it's just a virus. A couple of people have died. You know, anyway, I'm sure it'll come and go. But again, it's news, and I don't know. Influenza and people dying. That's old news. Nobody gives a shit about that. But again, it's all to do with well, not so much. I'm not picking on him, but it's in all the news platforms. It's got this clickbait. It's incredible. People just have a lack of contextual reality. We get 20,000 people die on the roads here, but that's not news anymore. 4 people have died of this virus. Wow, big deal. Anyway, Serena, cooking lazy day ladyboy in Phuket. A little 2-minute video there. She does a sort of Ho Chi Minh City. She's obviously got some packaged video as well as local video going on down there. And last but not least, Dan about Thailand, camping and DIY barbecue in the mountains of Chiang Mai. I did flick through that one. It looked really quite nice, actually. I'll just go and show you a couple of the shots there. There's a couple of those sort of little, the scenery around there. It looked really quite pretty. These are the huts that they stay in. Yeah, you might want to check that one out. These homestay sort of things. It's a really nice looking resort. I'm going to put it on my list to go and check that one out. Check it out. Unfortunately, it doesn't leave much in the way of where to actually. I've got to go and find it. Unfortunately, then I'll put it on a map pin. Anyway, so then we've done the roundup, and we can close that out and go back over here and have a chat. Anyway, I've got to take Chanya back to the clinic today, so we're going to wrap it up pretty much. Well, we might even wrap it up within the hour. I don't know. Let's have a short stream today. Thai with Sarah. How are you, Sarah? How'd you go with everything last night? Did you sort that stuff out? Where's Stephen? Is he coming back? Is he trying again or what? Oh my God. Yeah, so Stephen tried to come in, but he gets stuck with his, because he's got Vordio playing, and then he tries to join the stream. He's actually got to close his browser down. He's got to then open them, come into he's got to come into the Discord. Once he's got the Discord working, then he can open the stream again and sort of watch the chat. He gets it all out of whack. Anyway, it should be fairly straightforward, but just yeah. Anyway, what Warren is trying to say is, no, we just need to fix your bloody laptop. That's all, and get your laptop all working. If you do come over, bring your laptop with you, and then maybe I can have a good look at it here locally and get it working properly.
Not retarded, Stephen, just delayed.
Well, so everything's just bouncing through the scroll there. What have I missed? The coronavirus. Yeah, the coronavirus. Savage Gimbal. It's all about the CO Son. I don't know what that means. Where are we going? I'm losing track of things. I'm a special class and ride the yellow. Okay.
So long as you don't lick the windows, you're okay.
Don't look at the windows. What have I got in here? Thailand news. I got a few news articles. What do we got here? Did we cover that one? Oh yeah, the plastic bag issue. It's actually gone off news, but let me bring that back up again. Here we go. Copy link. This is from a couple of weeks ago. Of course, Thailand brought in the plastic bag ban, um, and of course now your little the polyethylene bags that you used to get. You know, I've got a drawer full of them. I've always prepared myself, and I actually carry them around in. Always have at least one on. Actually, I don't have one on me. I think I've. It's on the, yeah, but yeah, some of the novel ways that let me just get out of your face again. Some of the novel ways people have been coming to 7-Eleven and so on. There we go. No problem. Bring the wheelbarrow. This guy, here's another classic one. Only Thailand. Oh, honestly, only Thailand. This one here, it looks like it's a fish basket with these 7-Eleven stuff. You got to laugh at this stuff. It's a classic. What's that, Pat? Translate. Nawang Sarah celebrates Chinese New Year. Okay. Some of the classic shots. There we go. Take a bucket to get your 7-Eleven goods. Why not? I thought you'd just find this amusing. There we go. Looks like it's a feed bag there. Putting your 7-Eleven goods in the feed bag. Yeah. Well, there you go. I don't know. Is that are they going to 7-Eleven or are they going overseas taking their goods with them? I don't know. There we go. A white sugar bag to pick up your 7-Eleven goods. I think we saw that one before. Oh yeah, why not bring a woven basket? I did see another one. There was a girl I saw. I think it was a TikTok video. She lifts up a shirt. She's got a bra underneath, and she's stuffing all the stuff in it. And she said, that'll get a lot of views. What was that one? That was a bit small. I can't actually make that one out. That's an interesting one there. Thai water officials warn locals. Yeah, we've got shortages already. The water situation here in Thailand is looking pretty good. It's an interesting one. Let's have a look at that one. I haven't even sort of seen this one. Thailand charges towards an electric car future with a few speed bumps. Yeah, basically there's no charging stations and pretty much there's not really sort of the electricity that they're supplying in Thailand is not all that green. Most of it's coal burnt. Look, although I think EV is the way to go, and I got into a sort of not sort of a heated discussion, quite a technical discussion yesterday at our meetup. I can't say that nobody really realises how much it costs to make those EV batteries, right? It takes like 7 years to get carbon neutral on an EV battery, a lithium battery. That's obviously mining the ore, right? The processing the ore, making the batteries, right, to get in the cars. You actually have to run the battery for 7 years for an average of 250 kilometres per week before you actually get a carbon neutral position on those batteries. People don't realise on the batteries, I've actually heard stories of these batteries not even lasting 7 years before they have to replace them. It's the whole planet's being conned on this thing, right? Quite frankly, there are other alternatives, but they're just unfortunately people are just driven by media sensation. I won't be buying an EV if I'm going to use, if they're going to use, current methods. There was something I sort of saw out of England. There's a what they call a aluminium oxide, aluminium fuel cell technology that is I wonder if I can find that. There was something, aluminium air battery. this thing here, I came across this a little while ago. When was this particle updated? How recent is it? Yeah, 3rd of January. This page was last updated. This is something I come across. The aluminium air batteries produced electricity from the reaction of oxygen in the air with aluminium. They have one of the highest density energy densities of all batteries, but they are not widely used because of the problems with the high anode cost and the byproduct removal when they're using the traditional electrolytes. This has restricted their use to mainly military applications. However, an electric vehicle with aluminium batteries has a potential for up to 8 times the range of a lithium-ion battery with a significant lower total weight. The aluminium air battery primary cells are non-rechargeable once the aluminium anode is consumed by the reaction with the atmospheric oxygen. The cathode immersion in water-based electrolyte forms hydrated aluminium oxide. The battery will no longer produce electricity. However, it's possible to mechanically recharge the battery with the new aluminium anodes made from the recycling of hydrated aluminium oxide. Such recycling would be essential if aluminium air batteries to be widely adopted. But the article I come at, there's a company in England that has patented a new cathode, which is probably not 8 times as dense. I think it comes in just a little bit below this particular technology. Oh, there it is. I think it's in March. Released a video demonstrating. Is this the guy that name rings a bell? There's a CO-based nanoporous silver-based catalyst, which allows oxygen to electrolyte. The company claims the invention enables the battery cathode to sustain more than 25,000 working reduced weight. The company demonstrated technology on a full, So what I read, the article that I caught up with was the fact that there's there's a company in England have actually worked their way around the high cost of these things, right? And they've done the whole thing. What it'll mean is the fact that like your service station would just keep these fuel cells on the shelf, like like battery packs, and you just go in, you take the battery pack, buy the battery pack, plug it into your car, take the old one back in, and there'll be a complete recycling service go on. They've done the cost analysis primarily, and it works out cheaper and more energy density. It gives you it outperforms what do you call it? It outperforms the standard lithium batteries. It's made from aluminium oxide, so bauxite's one of the most abundant materials on the planet, right? And it has a very high commercialization aspect. Anyway, you can do your own research on it, but it looks really quite interesting. Let's hopefully the fact that they get some funding to get the whole thing to a commercial level, because I'd like to see something like that experiment with it. And again, I believe that the hydrogen fuel cell is also hydrogen fuel cell. This is another technology I believe is becoming more that they're working out a few of the final bugs, but again, the hydrogen fuel cell, they haven't got it quite energy as efficient as they'd like it, but it's just going to take time before they'll break that barrier as well. These two technologies have a better green aspect, right? They said we can create the hydrogen by cracking, water with solar in unknown places. It ships from point A to point B like we do with LP gas, but the tank cylinders for shipping have to be changed. They have to be what they call carbon fibre reinforced because the pressure inside is higher. But the technology has a definitely a greener aspect, than what we have with our current technology with lithium batteries. These are all things that sort of like, again, unless of course you follow science, which is one of the things I do. People basically don't pay any attention to this stuff. Anyway, I'm just happy Chinese New Year to everybody who's watching. What else we got? What other news articles haven't we been through? I think we did the hard truths. What was that one there? Retiring Thailand. Most of the things you need to know. I think we did that one. When was that? Yeah, I think we did that one. We did that one. Okay. I don't think we did this one. Let's have a look. The 10 top things not to do in Thailand. Well, I think there was a couple of ones there. Yeah, don't point your feet. Yeah, so this came out the 10th of January, so I haven't covered this one yet. Yeah, first one. Yeah, don't point your feet. Actually, let me just. Thai always uses aluminium air batteries. Yeah, right. Well, I don't know if they may do for some of the things that they do in the bay. Smooth as silk, something way to fly. I wear silk underpants when I fly. Stephen. We're going to, obviously, Stephen's going to do his little funny comments all the way through the live stream just to keep everybody amused. Haven't sort of seen Blue. Oh, Blue's Ink. Has he just joined the crowd? Is he back in here? Oh, there he is, Blue's Ink. How you doing, buddy? You joined the chat, but he hasn't joined the voice. He must be out and about somewhere. Sabbath Gilmore, Warren G is also an American rapper. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. I prefer to be sort of associated with Warren B, as in Warren Buffett. No, that's I'm not a rapper. I do follow Warren Buffett and some of his advice. Yeah, sounds like you're going back to science classroom now. Sexy Kun and Stephen, I'm all sweating now. God. What's wrong with pointing your feet? Well, it's just basically don't do it. If you're in Thailand, I know I know I sort of seen these sort of things. People on airplanes with their feet up on the seat. Really? It's not so much it's Thailand, but really, would you fly in an aeroplane well, that's actually on a boat. I think that's somebody on the boat going across from or in. Sort of some blonde American thought that was appropriate. It's very, very inappropriate. Even without the ruling of the pointing of feet, just seriously, people are going to put their head on those fucking headrests. Some people have just got no fucking conscience. Don't touch people on the head. Again, it's the high point of the body. Don't flash the flesh. Yes, that's a definite no-no. It's a nice photo of I don't think that's a Thai beach. But yeah, don't discuss the monarchy. I think we've covered that 100 times. Things not to do around monks and temples. Things not to do. Okay, so temple most visits to Thailand will include at least one visit to a temple. You'll also see monks collecting alms, food offerings early morning as they walk the streets around the temples. Thais have fine-tuned their own version of Buddhism over the centuries, with historical and geographical influences fused with aspects of Hinduism and Animism. Just about all young Thai men will become a monk as a rite of passage, usually in their early 20s, as a symbol of respect for their family. You will never really understand Thailand without understanding a bit of about Thai Buddhism. It's a lot more than just a religion. It's an intrinsic part of their daily life. Monks play a special role in a Thai society, as is best to know what to do in temples and around monks. There are some general tips, but follow the guidance of the Thais and other people around you if you're not sure. Especially ladies, don't touch monks. If you want to hand something to a monk, put it on the table or on the ground and let them pick it up, or hand it to a male who will then hand it to the monk. If they stand, you stand. If they sit, you sit. Remove your shoes before entering the temple, most holy places, and try to avoid stepping on the threshold at the top of the steps or at the doorway. I didn't know about the threshold bit. Walk slowly and keep your chatter to a minimum. Walk around the sacred objects in the clockwise direction and back away from any Buddha image, and don't turn your book back on the Buddha image. That's a good one to know. Don't point at Buddha images. Well, actually, don't point in general. But basically, a point should be done open-handed like this. Like this. If you're pointing at something, it's a 5-finger point. Don't point like this. Never point. Don't point at Buddha images. More about pointing at later. Yes, that Buddha image, image of statues at all times. Remove your hat and sunglasses. Turn off your mobile phone and remove headphones. Taking photos will probably be okay, but look out for signs that you're not to, and never get a photo taken when your back is facing the Buddha. When your back is facing the Buddha, okay. Never take a photo when your back is facing Buddha, which is interesting. That's something that I didn't know about, and I think, well, when you look at all the selfies that we do, they're always taking, even Thais. I see Thais doing that all the time. It goes without saying that you should dress appropriately when visiting a temple. Many temples will have sarongs and shawls available for those who are not appropriately attired. Okay. What else is the blonde American did the article claim she? I don't know it was an American, but I know I do remember reading an article about a blonde American. I'm pretty sure that was the same picture they used there. Up on the boat going from Pattaya to Hawaiian or something like that, with the feet up like that. It's just, yeah. Thomas Ogden, good news. Okay, so you're off, are you, Thomas? We'll catch up with you later. Stephen Monash, I think you sat behind me once. It depends on the director of the movie. Correction, Mike. going losing, going back to hometown. I've had many a Thai woman take a photo with their back to Buddha. Yeah, so I call that bullshit. But again, this is the thing it's in the list. I'd have to sort of say they know more about the Thai culture than I do. So I would sort of say it's just something to be mindful of. Anyway. You're here 4th of March until the 27th. Well, hopefully we'll be able to catch up. Unfortunately, you're missing out on our little pub crawl on 27th of February, so that's a bit of a pain in the arse, but anyway. Public displays of affection are not welcome. Well, not so much that. I think it depends on who you're with. The younger generation of Thais right now are a little bit more open with their... But again, it does come from family influence as well. Me and Chanya are always, holding hands in public, and it's just one of those sort of things. It's not frowned upon, and I see a lot of other, Thais. Actually, I don't sort of see Thai relationships openly displaying affection, but what we do sort of see is a lot of Thai girl. Foreign men, holding hands and sort of, getting all touchy-feely, in public. That's sort of, I think it's also part of, the mixed culturalism. But anyway, it's generally sort of frowned upon, especially if you've got a lot of elders around. You know how it is. Again, use discretion. Don't lose your cool. Don't lose your cool. Anytime you lose temper, that's just a done deal. Dress up, not down. you're here for a relaxing holiday, but keep it neat and clean. Yes. Uh, don't whistle at night, and other superstitions. I found this one interesting. Don't whistle at night. It's a Thai superstition that Thai superstition that you will call in the ghosts and other bad spirits if you whistle in the evening. Generally, Thais don't whistle at any time, but if you are a happy whistler, better keep it to the shower. Do not try to impress the locals with your whistling skills while it's in Thailand in the evenings. It's an interesting one to know about. Yeah, they're very superstitious. So yeah, don't take things too seriously. Yeah, might be right, sabai, and up to you. Oh, God, that one frustrates the hell out of me. Yeah, if they're saying up to you, it's definitely not up to you, right? There's obviously you've crossed a particular cultural, or cultural or some sort of you're bordering on sort of something that they don't take too kindly when it's the up to you. Basically, if it's up to you, try to think of something different. But maybe it's just take. I've looked again. I haven't made a video for a week apart from a live stream. Sabai. Oh, hopefully I'll get. I'll put a whole day and I'll get 4 ready for next week or something. And I haven't done even apart from the live stream. I haven't shot anything for a week and a half either. Again, it's just that time of the year. I've been busy doing other things. Don't point with your index finger. And we said that something about pointing. Don't point with your finger. If you want to indicate something and draw attention to it, point with all your fingers together and hand held sideways. Pointing with your index finger is considered rude and only done as a derisive gesture. You'll notice in those photos, when you go and have a look at that they've caught somebody out and they're at the police station and they're pointing at evidence and things like that. It's like, found you with this. That's the pointing exercise being shown in public media. There are a few other hand gestures to talk about, but we'll leave that for the top 10. There is an article called Thais Pointing at Things, which elaborates the irony that Thais indeed love pointing at. Okay, what's that article? Let's have. This is an interesting one. Oh, yeah, wish people would learn. No, don't want to do that. Right, advanced. I want to open the damn thing. Oh, POS. Okay. So it looks like the site's pulled down. And they didn't have it secured anyway. God, they could do with some education on how to do things. Anyway, as I said, we've got to go to clinic today, so I'm going to cut it short for today. No more than two shakes. Stephen, we'll put you on moderation. Cambo TV, good afternoon. Yes, I just sort of saw you pop in there. Where do I? Everything's been scrolling. Okay, where were we up to? Half the rules about Thailand appear to be broken, but mostly, like I know Savage Gimbal, yeah. The whole culture thing here in Thailand here is very, especially in Bangkok, is very mixed. And again, the further away you get away from suburbia, the more traditional things get and become. With my kidney exercise that I had a couple of weeks ago, I missed the trip to Sukhothai, which I was looking forward to. I want to spend 3 days up in Sukhothai, and just get a bit of country life and do a bit of country video up there. Oh, God, got the hiccups again. But I know when I'm up in Sukhothai, you can definitely sort of see those particular cultural things are more adhered to than we do here in Bangkok. That's for certain. I don't think Soy 6 got the memo. Soy 6. Or Soy Cowboy, same thing. The girls are always latching onto you when you walk down Soy Cowboy. Um, or even Nana Plaza as well. I don't think you can't do a single walk around the loop in another plaza without being dragged into one of the bars, and they do it quite forcefully too. um, Pad Thai was it? We fill it trolley like we fill it trolley like to stare at your crotch to make sure you have a buck. Oh, okay, right. Trolley dolly. I don't know what that. Yeah. Okay. Camera TV. Yeah, g'day. Thai always wear my seatbelt. I whistle at night, but I explain to the police it's how I snore. Right. Okay. um, So one liner, broken records. Good boy, Darlo. I bet you. Yeah, okay. Talking amongst yourselves. Chinese New Year, so I was wearing red yesterday. Up to you. I agree. You may have crossed a line. That's the thing. If you get the up to you, you've obviously sort of they're not going to say anything bad against you, but if you get that up to you, then if you've got an option to do something different, I would err on the side of caution with the up to you bullshit because, they're just, it's just sort of, if you really want to get along in Thailand, that's the up to you. I might do a video on that at some stage. My working schedule and shift plus yeah, okay. No better way to illustrate how pointing is wrong by using a tie. Seems like an ironic a stock photo. Yeah. Where is it? No more than two shades. I think we just said that. Usually, what's it? 20 minutes left after work. Yeah. Which area is your house in? He's on the other side. He's on the eastern side of the Bangkok. I wish visitors would educate themselves on these basic Thai manners. Very annoying to witness. Yeah, Big W. I think it comes down to that old phrase or that general phrase, when in Rome, do as the Romans do, when in Thailand, do as the Thais do. It's always, if you can learn a few of these sort of things, which is what I'm going to be doing a whole video sort of series on, all those tips and tricks. I'm going to do a whole bunch of that sort of stuff. Get familiar with the things that are acceptable and not acceptable. You'll find your integration either coming from a holiday point of view or even living here, you'll find you'll fit in so much easier. And the Thais will love you. Thais generally love you anyway because, you come in, you have a lot of money. But apart from the money side, I can go out and not spend money and still have a great time because I do the right thing. I weigh the monks. I weigh elders when I walk down the street. And I also greet other people. Swadikap when again, I get people my age, Thais my age, weighing me first because they see me as an elevated status because I am more financially secure than they are, which is an interesting point of view. It just seems to be the other way around most of the time. But living here in this soy here for 3 years, there's a certain element of respect. Obviously, I'm spending money in the soy, and I go to 7-Eleven, I buy food locally, and all that sort of stuff. I'm helping the local community. I'm not helping the big C's supermarket chain. If you get what I mean. That money sort of circulates within the soy. And you buy the food there, and she then goes and buys the rice, and she goes and buys the meat locally, and you get the idea. Again, 7-Eleven, I buy the junk food in 7-Eleven. They're employing Thais that live in the area. You get the whole idea. It's what goes around comes around. Anyway, when you're about to clear you're all about clear. Well, I haven't had any more issues since that 4 days after the shattering, but I got to go back in 2 weeks, and we'll probably do another CAT scan 2 weeks from now to see if we got any movement. I've got 3 more smaller kidney stones to deal with, and they've sort of said that they will probably pass naturally, right? But you never know. I just need to just get that. It's all more peace of mind than anything else. So we'll update you on 2 weeks' time on that one. Up to you means that want to belt the they want to belt the liver again. Yeah. Newly developed area in Supplement Park. Yeah. I think we talked about it before. It's down near the ancient the ancient Siam, or the ancient city, down on the east side of the city. Thai. Yeah, okay. We're just visitors here. Okay, all got to go. You off to go? Look, I've got to go too. We're coming up to 10 minutes past the hour. Just a short one today. Just had a lot on my plate, and of course we went. The latest release of Public Star Citizen came out this week, and actually just released this morning, and we had PTU and a few other things. Plus we had Monday night and Tuesday night, and oh my God, a whole bunch of stuff happening. And I'm retired. And I'm busier now than I ever was when I was working. I don't know how I sort of managed life when I was working, to actually get things done. But anyway, I'm going to cut it short. I said I've got things to do and places to see. Take Chanya to the clinic, and we'll talk to. I don't know how many thumbs up we got. I know I haven't had a big sort of score of people today. 15 thumbs up. But yeah, we're just going to do a short one today, and hopefully I'll get a couple of extra videos out this week, just to make up for my slackness. Mr. Mitch, thanks for everybody joining in, and we'll pop in and catch up with you live next week. But right now we're going to sort of start our little tune, right? And